Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking all about the Ethereum merge. We're going to run through the most compelling bullish cases and bearish cases post-merge for price action. We're going to dive into some Ethereum merge myths that have been going around, dive into some charts, and just basically catch you up on everything you need to know about the Ethereum merge. So let's dive right in. So first of all, just at the beginning of this week, we had the first big major update in terms of the Bellatrix hard fork that needs to happen before the Ethereum merge happened. It went successfully. Everything looks good to go. Very, very minor hiccups on the way, but this is essentially the hard fork of the beacon chain that is getting ready to be merged with the Ethereum blockchain, which is the Ethereum merge. So just a quick reminder on what that beacon chain is. Essentially, this is the arm of Ethereum that's going to allow for Ethereum to become proof of stake. And it's essentially a precursor to the upcoming scaling upgrades, which is going to be things like sharding. And it also serves as that consensus layer as well. So it's very, very critical that this hard fork went smoothly, and it did, which is great news. And so now the beacon chain is ready to be merged with the Ethereum blockchain, and that is set to take place on September 14th. So with that out of the way, I do want to talk through, first of all, the kind of bullish case, the bullish argument for a positive price action post-merge. So basically, the major bull case argument is really predicated on the idea that the risk-adjusted returns of ETH could mimic an early growth cycle risk asset in the medium term, so 3 to 6 months. And really the main three aspects of this bullish case are that there's going to be reduced issuance, so that's going to be variable depending on the amount of ETH staked, coupled with more ETH being locked up by validators, and the transactional base fees will be burned, and that will reduce actively trading circulated supply. So if we take a look on what that issuance decrease will be, it's looking like it's going to reduce by 90%. So from 4.3% annual to 0.43%. And the overall token supply could actually decrease once we factor in the EIP 1559 burning and network activity. So this is huge in terms of being able to bring down the total supply, actually cause a deflationary monetary policy for Ethereum going into the future. And that is obviously a big, big part of the bull case. Now, after going through that, another really, really big aspect to that bull case I would add as a fourth point is we're seeing incredible developer activity on Ethereum. So we're seeing 4,000 plus monthly active open source developers working on Ethereum currently at the moment, and 20% of all new Web3 developers join the Ethereum ecosystem. So 1 in every 5 are choosing Ethereum as opposed to all of these other chains they could be working on, which really says a lot, right? That says a lot in terms of the confidence of the developers and the ability for Ethereum to manage the merge, for it to go successfully. So that is another side of the bull case. As we're seeing developer activity ramp up, we're seeing a developer buy-in ramp up. So that's definitely, I would say, adding a fourth case to that bull argument. So kind of moving from the bull argument, because we always need to address both sides of the coin. One of the kind of main bear arguments is that we've seen a lot of this Ethereum merge price action priced in already, essentially. So if we take a look at this chart before kind of going through the bear case, you're going to notice kind of this crazy upswing in open interest ETH versus BTC options, right? And so we've seen kind of this incredible upswing just in the last couple months of interest in Ethereum and the Ethereum price action reacting accordingly. And so going based on that, really the main bear case is it really could be a buy the rumor, sell the fact scenario. So much of the upside, maybe has already been priced in, and there's increasing scrutiny over what will constitute a successful merge, right? I think, we're about to get into some Ethereum merge myths, and one of my biggest concerns is that a lot of people think that these myths are true, and when they come to find out that they're not, we're going to see some negative, or could see some negative Ethereum price action on the backside of the merge. So a lot of it really depends on how much of the merge has been priced in. So really the bear case is we've already seen that price action, that upside from a successful merge, and it's already priced in. So now really we're just looking at consolidation, maybe movement to the downside post merge. So that's really the kind of the major bear cases. And now really, really quickly, I want to hop into some of the main Ethereum merge myths. So if we come over here, these are so important. I can't tell you enough how many times I've had conversations with people who think that these things are going to happen on the day of the merge, and that's why they're doubling down on Ethereum. They're buying a ton of Ethereum. But I want to be very clear. On September 14th, Ethereum will not have improved scalability. It will have the potential to improve scalability, right? That's the whole idea of the beacon chain, whole idea why we're merging on the 14th. It has the ability to have the infrastructure to scale in the future. So in 2023, 2024, we're going to see a lot of those updates come out in the additional forks and additional things going on that Vitalik and the team are working on to improve that scalability. Again, another one does not decrease transaction fees. It will not decrease the amount of gas, or if it does very minimally, that's going to be needed per transaction. So I think this is another thing that a lot of people get incorrect. They think that, come September 14th, ETH gas fees are going to be eliminated. And then all of a sudden, ETH is on par with Solana and Cardano transaction fees. This is just not the case. So very important to note that we're still going to have high gas fees. Something that they're working on, in terms of updates, will be lowering those in the next couple of years. Now, another thing that people are worried about is the enabling of withdrawals for ETH validators, but that is not going to really happen until mid-2023. We have another fork coming down the road in mid-2023 where ETH validators will actually start to be able to withdraw as many funds as they'd like. So that's not going to be active on the 14th, and a lot of people worrying about a windfall of withdrawals from validators if that's available on the 14th. That's not going to be the case. Now, the other and final myth, which I have heard on and off, is that it's going to have to stop the Ethereum blockchain to take care of the merge and get this done. That is not really true. If there is a stoppage, it's going to be so minute, you're not going to notice it. And so Vitalik has addressed this as well, but we should not be expecting a halt in chain activity when the merge takes place. So really important, especially those first two, that we understand that these are myths. This is not going to happen during the ETH merge. So we need to be very cognizant of that. Now, finishing off, I want to go over and take a quick look at what we could be looking at for price action post merge. So, right, we talked about the kind of the theories behind a bull and bear case, but what are we actually talking about in terms of price action, in terms of price direction, right? That's really what I want to cover right now. So, first of all, we're in this really interesting spot where Ethereum, basically from the low back in June, has almost doubled, almost come to 100%, right? We're at about 95%, 97% above our, most recent low at about, high 800s ish on that wick down. So we're already looking at almost a 2x in price action before the merge took place. Now, I think that this is a very strong case for that bearish argument. We've seen so much positive price action from Ethereum recently. The question is, can we go, another 50, 60% and see something closer up to 2400? I think that's kind of the next biggest question. But in terms of downside, if we do see some bearish price action, I am kind of thinking that we'll see something closer to this 1400 range. If we do see, some negative price action post merge, the merge being right on this date, late 14th, 15th. So if we do see some, positive price action up to here, and then maybe some consolidation and coming down lower, I think our post merge, bottom, if you want to call it, would be starting around 1400. And then obviously if things get uglier, we could always go back to that 1,000 mark where we had that, kind of double top movement and also triple bottom here actually. So that's going to be really interesting to see if we get that positive price action. If we get that negative price action or not. Now, if we get, the bullish case to take place, I think really the main targets we are looking for and what we'd be happy with is a consolidation between this fib at 1827 and then this fib up here at 2400. So if we can stand on top of this and then get some consolidation here and basically have 2400 be our active resistance moving forward, I think that's a very successful post merge. And then maybe 3 to 6 months from now, we see something closer up towards 3000. It's really hard to say, but a lot is on the table, especially what's going on macroeconomically. And with how much, this is assuming that the merge goes successfully, right? We really don't know yet. That's coming, basically at midnight on the 14th. September 15th is the day that it'll be taking place. So hopefully this gave you guys some more information on the merge, what's to come, maybe debunking some myths you may have believed in, and giving, laying out the bull and bear case, because I think, there's a lot of thoughts about what's going on. And I think that this kind of boils it down pretty simply. So let me know in the comments if you have any ideas about what's going on in the merge, whether it be successful or not. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.